Welcome, everyone. One of the best ways to prepare for the IELTS speaking test is to see it in action. That's exactly what we're doing today with this complete mock test from Spinta. As you listen, think about what the candidate does well and where they could improve. Afterwards, we'll compare notes with a full performance breakdown. Let's begin.
Good morning, my name is Emma. Can you please tell me your full name?
Good morning, Emma. My name is John Doe.
Thank you, John. And what should I call you?
You can call me John.
Alright, John, let's talk about where you live. Can you describe your hometown?
Certainly. I come from a small town called Maplewood. It's nestled between beautiful hills and has a very community-oriented feel. The town has a lovely main street lined with local shops and cafes, which makes it a great place for socializing. People tend to know each other, and there's always something happening, whether it's a farmer's market or a local festival.
That sounds lovely. What are some activities you enjoy doing in your hometown?
I enjoy hiking the nearby trails. There are some stunning views from the top. Other than that, I like attending community events. It's a great way to meet friends and also support local businesses.
Nice! So do you think living in a small town has its advantages compared to a city?
I believe so. In a small town, there's less noise and pollution, which allows for a more relaxed lifestyle. The community spirit is much stronger as well. However, cities offer greater opportunities and diverse activities, so it really depends on what someone is looking for.
That's an interesting perspective. Now let's talk about your education. What are you currently studying?
At the moment, I'm studying environmental science at the university. I have always had a passion for nature and sustainability. I believe it's crucial to find new ways to protect our environment, especially considering the challenges we face today.
Why did you choose this field of study?
I chose this field because I've always been fascinated by the interactions within ecosystems. There was a pivotal moment during a field trip in high school when I saw the effects of pollution on local wildlife. I felt compelled to contribute to solutions that could help restore and protect natural habitats.
That makes perfect sense. What do you find most interesting about your studies?
I particularly enjoy the hands-on research components. Being able to conduct field studies and gather data keeps the learning process engaging. It also feels rewarding to work on projects that could yield real-world benefits for conservation.
Sounds fascinating. Now let's move on to hobbies. What do you usually do in your free time?
In my free time, I love reading, especially science fiction and adventure novels. Additionally, I spend time playing soccer with my friends, which is a great way to unwind and stay active.
What is it about reading that you enjoy most?
Reading allows me to escape to different worlds. It sparks my imagination, and through the characters and plots, I experience emotions and scenarios that I might never encounter in real life. I also find that it enhances my vocabulary and analytical thinking skills.
See, transitioning to sports, how do you think engaging in team sports like soccer impacts social connections?
Team sports are fantastic for bonding. They encourage collaboration and build friendships. There's a sense of camaraderie when you work towards a common goal. It also helps in developing communication skills and learning how to support one another during both victories and defeats.
Great insights. Now I'd like you to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on this topic. Describe a memorable childhood experience. You can make notes if you wish.
One of my most memorable childhood experiences was a family trip we took to the Grand Canyon. I was around 8 years old, and it was my first time seeing such breathtaking natural beauty. The sheer size of the canyon was overwhelming. I remember hiking through the trails with my family, and we took countless pictures. One moment that stands out is when my father pointed out a rainbow forming after a brief rain. It felt magical, and I was fascinated by the colors. That trip ignited my passion for nature, and I realized how important it is to preserve such wonders for future generations.
That sounds like an incredible experience. How did that trip influence your interests today?
It definitely deepened my appreciation for nature. I found myself more drawn to outdoor activities and environmental conservation. That trip was pivotal in shaping who I am, pushing me to seek knowledge about nature and how to protect it.
It's interesting to see how childhood experiences can shape our futures. Now let's shift to a broader topic. How important do you think it is for children to experience nature?
I believe it's crucial. Experiencing nature fosters appreciation and understanding of the environment. It teaches children valuable lessons about ecosystems and biodiversity, and it can also help with their mental and physical well-being. Nature encourages creativity and exploration, which are fundamental aspects of childhood development.
Do you think the digital world diminishes that experience?
Yes, to some extent. While technology can provide educational content about nature, it cannot replace the tactile and emotional experiences provided by real-life interactions with it. Many children today spend excess time in front of screens, which can lead to a lack of physical activity and connection to the environment. Encouraging outdoor play is essential.
That's a thoughtful perspective. Moving on, how do you think environmental issues should be addressed in society today?
Addressing environmental issues requires a multifaceted approach. Education plays a key role, as people need to be made aware of their impact on the planet. Policy changes must support sustainable practices, and businesses should take initiative in reducing their environmental footprint. Individuals also need to adopt eco-friendly habits, which can create a cumulative effect.
That's a comprehensive viewpoint. Lastly, how do you envision the future of environmental sustainability?
I envision a future where sustainability is integrated into every aspect of daily life. Innovations will play a significant role in developing greener technologies. Additionally, fostering a culture of environmental consciousness across all generations will enable us to live in harmony with nature. While challenges remain, I'm optimistic about the collective efforts we can make.
Thank you, John. It's been a pleasure speaking with you today. Best of luck in your future studies and endeavors.
Thank you so much, Emma. I appreciate the opportunity.
The candidate demonstrated a high level of fluency and coherence throughout the conversation. Responses were well structured, with clear arguments and logical transitions, indicative of an 8-band speaker. Furthermore, John displayed a wide range of vocabulary, employing terms relevant to environmental science effectively, while also using colloquial expressions that added to his natural speech flow. Grammatical accuracy was impressive, with only minor errors that did not impede understanding. His pronunciation was clear and articulate, contributing to the ease of communication. The overall performance fits squarely within an estimated band score of 8. John excelled in vocabulary and coherence, and while there were a few areas for minor refinement, particularly in avoiding repetitive structures, his ability to express ideas clearly and engagingly highlighted his strengths. Thank you for practicing with this IELTS speaking mock test. Visit Spinta for more comprehensive mock tests and personalized feedback to boost your IELTS score.